If you love these movies, then I have the perfect book recommendations for you that make you feel like you're watching an early 2000s 90s rom-com. I'm going to be recommending a book based off your favorite rom-com. First off, if you loved How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, then you will love You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hoggle. When I tell you that this book could not be any more How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days coded, I'm telling you, the entire time I was reading this book, I was thinking about this movie. This book is a contemporary romance about Nicholas and Naomi who are engaged, but throughout the relationship, they find out that they secretly despise each other. Meanwhile, they are trying to sabotage their own wedding. Somehow, Sarah turns this story around in the most perfect way possible. And it should be studied the way Sarah did this. In How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, they're obviously both trying to sabotage each other, so it just reminded me of this movie so much. Next, if you love 10 Things I Hate About You, then you are going to love Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This book is a young adult romance. It follows Liz Buxbaum and the most infamous MMC ever, Wes Bennett. Liz is a huge hopeless romantic and Wes is her annoying yet charming next door neighbor. They make a deal where they have to start fake dating, and in this process, Liz is trying to win over her childhood crush, and as they spend more time together, their friendship evolves. Both the movie 10 Things I Hate About You and this book are both in the high school setting, and they both also have some top tier banter. So if you loved that movie, or if you just love rom-coms in general, then I highly recommend you pick this book up because there's a rom-com reference every other page. Lastly, if you love the movie Life as We Know It, then you are going to love the book Funny Story by Emily Henry. Both the movie and the book are roommates to lovers, and I feel like it's not the most common trope, so I thought it would be a great comparison. This book is a contemporary romance that follows Miles and Daphne. Daphne is currently engaged to Peter, who ends up breaking up with her to be with his childhood best friend, Petra. And Petra is Miles' girlfriend. Daphne ends up having to move out, so she moves in with Miles. So just two people who got brutally dumped by each other's significant others, and they are now roommates. Another thing that reminded me of the movie is Daphne's type is more put together. Like Peter, he's got his life together, everything is super certain with him, and both female main characters end up experiencing the other end of the spectrum. So Miles and Messer a little bit more scruffy, a little bit more free-spirited, if you will. I just found the parallels from the movie to the book were super similar. Also, this is my absolute favorite Emily Henry book, so if you're going to pick up an Emily Henry book, this is my #1 recommendation. Let me know your favorite rom-com and I will match it with a book.
Books with the best banter that will literally have you giggling and kicking your feet. First up, we have Abby Mena's, specifically Part of Your World and Just for the Summer. Both of these, the banter was so good. In Part of Your World, I just really liked how from the get-go they would literally have this back and forth with each other, and you really got the vibe of what they were like with each other very early on, and the little inside jokes with each other kept coming out throughout the whole book as well, which I really loved. And then for Just the Summer, this one had me literally kicking my feet. Justin in particular, and just the way he was with Emma, so good. Then we have The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. This one is literally just all banter. Like the way that these two characters interact with each other is literally just banter. This is just such a good feel-good rom-com. It's just a lot of fun and will literally have you giggling. Powerless by Lauren Roberts. Kai and Peyton. Peyton and Kai. The tension between them, the banter, the back and forth. These are two people that can literally match each other's energy, and you just feel that throughout this book and the whole series. Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. The reason that I love this type of banter is because it's just so unique. Because what do you mean they have a telepathic connection and they're literally flirting with each other in their heads? What do you mean? What do you mean they can hear each other's thoughts? I mean, that whole concept is literally genius for a romance, and I loved every single second of this. And then we have my new favourite, Nightshade. When I tell you, I could not get enough of these two characters of this book, and the way that they literally are pretending that they can't stand each other, but they have this incredible back and forth with each other. Literally thinking about these characters makes me feel giddy.
5 lighthearted rom-coms for when you're feeling the winter blues. Sometimes in this phase of winter, you just need a good pick-me-up, and these are exactly that. First up, we have Picking Daisies on Sundays. This is just a super cute, fluffy, lighthearted rom-com. It's friends to lovers, takes place in New York City, and has lots of Taylor Swift references. I'm sure you've seen this everywhere, but if you haven't read it yet, Better Than the Movies. This is one of my favorite rom-coms of all time. I love Wes and Liz. This is definitely a must-read. And next, we have pretty much any Sarah Adams book, but particularly the When in Rome trilogy. These are all interconnected standalones. Beg, Borrow, or Steal just barely came out, and I'm loving it so far. These all take place in the same small town, and all of Sarah Adams' books are just super light, fluffy. They take no brain power, but they're just so much fun. Definitely recommend this series when you need a pick-me-up. Let me know your favorite pick-me-up books, and if you've read any of these, thanks for watching!